I'm going to interrupt today's video to catch you up on what happened yesterday with the Pinecone Glitterfest. Watch it. You're going to see the results, and then we're going to go on to today's project. I'm going to add this in so that you can see the pine cones the next day. Here they are after they dry. Much more cone showing, but I kind of like the ones that have less coverage instead of more. I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of like the brown with just little bits of glitter at the tips. So I'm going to make more. Here's this one's got quite a bit on it because I was going for coverage. But even this one I like better than the combo. There was one that I did with both the gold, after I went off camera, I did both the gold and the white. And although it's cool, I'll show it to you. This is the one that's both. Oh, look at the glitter falling. Oh, fun. I'm going to glitter myself. I'm all covered in glitter now. It's a little too much. So, less is more with the glitter. I also covered rose hips, which are kind of cool, but again, less is more. So I'm going to go back and do some more rose hips and some more pine cones and put less glitter on. You'd think I'd know this by now, but I don't. Anyway, back to the Lace Knit Along. Hey, it's Wednesday, therefore I'm interrupting this daily advent, or the topic of this daily advent is going to be our Lace Knit Along, because we're not done, and I'm not finishing until we're done, even for December. I have just finished, I sat here this morning, and finished the second round of the lace knitting chart, let's see, 1. It's actually lace knitting chart 1, because the other one was preparation. It is this big. Let's see if I can pull it away and let you see how big. This is how big we are so far, unblocked. Remember, lace stretches a lot. So as you know from the sample, this is going to be a big one, and it's already becoming big. I am still managing to fit all my stitches of my big 14-inch needles. I now have some 14-inch double-pointed needles as backup. Now remember, we're going to zoom back. As I ran out of room on this, I put a call out for old school knitters, what would you do? And all of the replies were get out a circular needle. I know that my Shetland relatives would not have had circular needles to use. So I'm trying to keep this one traditional and knew that I was going to need some double points, some long steel double points. So they're ordered. They're sitting here beside me. I got a multi-pack, which we can get for you as well if you want. Just say so if you want to do it old school and try it out. I can put up, I think I've already put up pre-orders for that. So go look on the website and I'll put a link below. I have probably about 3 or 4 more rows before I'm going to need them. So next week, I'll show you them in place, in situ. But in the meantime, I have now returned to the bottom of this chart again. We are about to hit the make 1, which is this strange stitch that I didn't understand the first go round, but now is completely easy because, duh, that's how patterns work when you have trouble, right? Oh, and I've just dropped my stitch markers off. I have to now add another interior stitch marker, and I'm going to need to move my section stitch marker, right? So we need big stitch markers to show our edge repeats, and then we need interior stitch markers or center stitch markers to show our 10 stitch repeats. So I had to dig in my little drawer beside me because I sit next to a sewing cabinet that's full of goodies. I had to pull out a new stitch marker so that I could increase this again. I will probably be adding one here at the beginning of the row. So I just did my 5 garter stitches. I'm going to make 5 garter stitches, put a stitch marker in, make 1, move a large stitch marker to this spot at the make 1, and then knit 10 stitches, put in a stitch marker, knit 10 stitches, put in another stitch marker, and that will happen. The rest should be stable, I hope. No, I'm going to be adding a lot of little stitch markers actually, because every time I hit one of these big stitch markers in the body of this, so every time this brass cat, the plastic cat, the hexagon, anything that's not a textured small round stitch marker will move and I will add a small stitch marker to hold my place for 10 stitches. So we're about to expand this quite a bit, I believe. I'll get back to you when I know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So break out your stitch markers, your little ones that you're using as your 10 stitch repeats, because you're going to need several more for this third round. This will be the final round in the body of the shawl. So one more repeat up this chart and we'll be on to the border, and I'll have lots more to talk about. Yeah, make one. Remember, make one is just counted as one stitch, and it will go in the space in between 2 stitches. And that's all you should need to know right now. If you are with me, you've done this once. I've had no questions in the comments. Remember to put them there if you have a question. I'm having fun. I enjoy this a lot. I like this knit a lot. And I'm kind of digging the lace after kind of a break from lace. So I'm already planning my next lace knit along. I also talked to Kelly today. We were in meetings this morning. And she's planning on doing a bulky knit along. It'll be a fast knit with a little bit of color work. So keep your eye out for that if you want to do a second one, but one that's more relaxed. Just so you know, for hand fatigue, because I think I've told you I have lupus. We always thought that my hand pain was related to allergies, but it turns out probably that it's been lupus this whole time. And I started a new medication, but the hand pain, and I think even people without autoimmune conditions have this problem. You get hand fatigue, especially if you knit a lot. So what I always recommend to people, and what I find has worked well for me, is to have 2 projects on the go at any given time, at least. I have loads more than that. But have a lace weight project, have a worsted weight project, have a lace weight knitting project, have a crochet project, or an embroidery project. If you vary the work you do during the day, if your hands get fatigued, you can put that down and switch to something else. So I am not a single project knitter. I am a multi-project person. I do the same thing with my shoes when I'm on vacation. If I'm walking miles and miles in a day, my feet get tired, but all I have to do is pop back to my hotel, have a little rest, change my shoes, and I'm good to go again. So I call it changing your shoes for your projects. Okay, that's all for me today. I will see you next week with another update on the knit along. I hope you're having a good time. I also hope your ramp up to Christmas is going well. Let me know if you want to take a break at any point and resume after Christmas, if that will be helpful, or if you're happy just to carry on week by week and crank through this shawl. I would like to have it for Christmas, so I'm kind of leaning toward the let's keep going routine. We should have one next Wednesday. I will finish this repeat, and we'll talk about the border. Probably that should be the end. We should have one more week after that, if this border is fast, and we'll be done. So 2 weeks, we'll be ready for, this will be done for Christmas, and then I can do a 3rd week with blocking. I can show you how to block. So enjoy and tell your friends. And if you want to keep getting videos like this, be here for the next knit along, and or just see my regular crafty shenanigans. Make sure and subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and I'll see you in a week for this part, and I'll see you later on tomorrow for more crafts. Bye.